Welcome to the video lecturing series of data mining and warehousing. Today in this video lecture we will discuss about density based clustering algorithm. In density based clustering algorithm you have to study two algorithms. One is DB-scan algorithm, another is optics algorithm. Today in this video we will discuss about the DB-scan algorithm. We will move on to DB-scan. So DB-scan is as we already told, DB-scan is a density based algorithm. This DB-scan stands for density based spatial clustering of application with noise. Each letter, density based spatial clustering of application with noise. So we will discuss each term in detail. So this algorithm is based on density. So what is meant by density in this? Density based clustering is an unsupervised learning method which will identify distinct group of clusters in the data, and in that we are considering density as a parameter. So what is the density parameter? Density is nothing but the number of points within a specified radius. So in a density means in a specified radius how many points are present, that is called density. So in a density based clustering algorithm what we will do is like we will detect areas where more data points are concentrated and we will cluster that particular group, and where less number of points are there we will detect that is known as the empty area, and where the points are scattered here and there, that is considered as noise, labeled as noise. Okay. So that is the concept of density based clustering. Here we are considering density as an important concept. Inside the density means the number of points within a specified radius. So we have to locate a region which is having more density. Then another region find which is having low density. According to that we will cluster the data point. So that is the basic concept of DB-scan, density based spatial clustering of application with noise. So the major features of this DB-scan algorithm is discover clusters of arbitrary shape. So in previous clustering algorithms and all we handled the clustering algorithm which can handle the spherical shape data. Here for arbitrary shape clusters we can use the DB-scan algorithm and it can handle the noise. So from the full form itself you will get DB-scan is density based spatial clustering of application with noise. So it can handle the noise very well. So that is another feature, and then next feature is it can do the entire clustering by using within one scan. Then need density parameter as a termination condition. Here we are, the termination condition for clustering is we are considering the density parameter. So density based spatial clustering, so density is a parameter and it can handle the noise, discover the clusters of arbitrary shape, then within one scan we can do the clustering. That are the major features of DB-scan algorithm. Okay, now I will move on to next point. So here you can see different arbitrary shaped clusters here. So in this some regions, some clustering is based on density. So here you can see one spherical shape cluster, there are some set of data points are there. In this regions data points are located more, or it is a concentrated area of data point. So we will take this as a cluster. So this is another cluster, here more data points are concentrated, this is another cluster. So each cluster has a higher density of points than the outside of the cluster. That is how we are identifying the cluster, where more data points are concentrated within a radius. So likewise here you can see clustering is based on the density. So here how dense this particular area is, how much points are located in that specific radius. So that we are considering, and you can see it is of arbitrary shape. Okay. Now in DB-scan algorithm you have to study two important points. One is Here mainly two parameters are present in the case of DB-scan algorithm. One is epsilon and another is minimum point. Now what is meant by epsilon? Epsilon is the maximum radius of the neighborhood is known as epsilon, and minimum points is the minimum number of points in an epsilon neighborhood of that point. So what does it mean actually? So that we already discussed, like here we are considering arbitrary shape algorithm, and we have to select the clustered area, or we have to select radius to find that. So epsilon defines the neighborhood around the data point. That is, if the distance between two points is lower or equal to epsilon, then they are considered as neighbors. If the epsilon value is chosen very small value, then large part of data will be considered as outliers. That means we are if these are the some set of points, and I am drawing a cluster like this, and this is the radius according to this point, and this maximum radius of that neighborhood is known as epsilon value, and minimum points means how many minimum number of neighbors or minimum number of data points within that epsilon radius. Minimum number of data points within that epsilon radius is known as minimum points. Okay, I think it is clear. So if this is the cluster, the maximum radius value is known as epsilon, and how many points are present in this epsilon is known as minimum point, minimum number of points in that epsilon neighborhood of that point. Okay, now we will see some criteria in choosing minimum points. Minimum points are derived from the number of dimensions. Minimum points will be always minimum points is greater than or equal to d plus 1. Then if minimum points is equal to 1 means that doesn't make any sense, because every point has that point will be there always in that cluster. If you are considering a single point, that point will be there in that cluster always. So minimum point should not be 1. Then minimum point must be chosen at least larger than 3. More than the value 3 is always chosen as the number of minimum point value. Then larger the data set, larger the value of minimum should be chosen. So if it is more data points are there, we have to select. If we are simply selecting 4 and all, you will get a more number of clusters. So you have to increase the value of minimum point for a large set of large database and all. Next is epsilon. Epsilon is chosen much too small. Large part of data will not be clustered. If we are selecting, that means this is the radius, right? If we are selecting very small epsilon value, then more number of points will be there outside that, right? So we cannot choose an epsilon value to be too small. And another is like we cannot select an epsilon value to very high. What will happen if we are selecting a point epsilon value to very high value? It is like more number of points, the many points will be comes under same cluster. So this behavior of this data points may be varying, but if we are selecting that epsilon value to be very big number, then that will create problem. So it should not be very small and it should not be very high value. In general, small values or medium range values are more preferable in the case of epsilon. So I think that is clear about what is epsilon, what is minimum number of points. So while clustering, you have to select the maximum radius, that is known as epsilon, and the number of points should come inside that epsilon value is known as the minimum points. Okay. Now along with these two, like epsilon and minimum point, you have to study another data points comes under this DB scanners. One is core point, another is border point, another is noise point. These three concepts should be very much clear, then only you will be able to understand how this DB scan algorithm will work. So in this DB scan algorithm, we already discussed what is meant by the epsilon and what is meant by the minimum points. So next is a core point. So what the core point says, A point is a core point if it has more than specified number of points within the epsilon. So, a point is a core point if it has more than minimum points within its epsilon. So, if we are selecting a cluster and this is the clustering point and this is the epsilon value, and we are telling if minimum point is, if we are selecting minimum point value as 6. For the time being we are selecting minimum point value as 6, and a point should be a core point if it satisfies that points will be, that cluster should contain at least 7, and it should be, and this all those 6 points should be in the radius of epsilon value in that cluster. Then only, that means it should be bounded in this region with the value epsilon, and it should contain, in that epsilon it should contain at least 6 points. Now, what is meant by border point? Border point means a point which has fewer than minimum points within the epsilon. Like, I will draw one example for border point. If this is my cluster and this is the epsilon value and minimum point is taken as 6, but it contains some fewer points like 4. Here how many? Okay, here you can see 5 points. So, 5 points are there. So, in this 5 point, it is has fewer than minimum point but within epsilon, then that point is known as border point. Then if a point is not a core point, not a border point, we will call that point as noise or outlier. A point which is not core or a border point, we will consider it as a noise point. So, three basic data points are there in DBScan. One is core point, that means it should satisfy, it will be within the epsilon and should satisfy the minimum number of points. And border point means it should be within the epsilon but it is not satisfying the minimum points. Noise point means in any point which is not a core point or a border point, we will call that as a noise point. Okay. Now, we will move on to next one. Any two core points are close enough within a distance of epsilon of one another are put in the same cluster. Okay, I will draw example and I will explain you. If this is the epsilon value, okay, if two core point, this is a core point, this is a core point, I am naming it as P, and this is another core point Q. Okay, if two core points are close enough within a distance of epsilon of one another are put in the same cluster. Okay, these 2 points, this point 1 and this is point 2. These 2 points comes under same cluster only. Okay, another next point is any border point that is close enough to a core point is put in the same cluster. Similarly, if this is a border point and this is close enough to core point, this is core point, here I am considering P as a core point, then that is also comes under same cluster only. Noise points are outliers, so we will always discard that noise pointer. Okay. Next is, we will see an example here and I will explain you what is core and what is border and what is noise. So, in this example I am taking minimum point as 4, and here you can see this is my core point, right. This is my core point. In this core point, if a point is core point, what are the condition should satisfy? It should be within the epsilon value, right. It is within the epsilon value and it should contain how many points? More than 4. Okay, count the number of points in that circle, in that cluster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is satisfying. So, this point is a core point. Now, what about border point? This I am selecting as a border point. Why it considered as a border point? It is within the epsilon radius, yeah, and how many points are present in that? Only 2 points. What is our minimum point? Our minimum point value is 4. It is not satisfying minimum point value but within the epsilon value. So, we are taking it as a border point. Now, what about noise point? Noise point means not a core, not a border point. So, here this is a noise point. Why it is selecting? So, it is outside my epsilon value, right. It is outside epsilon and minimum number points it may not be satisfying. So that is known as noise point. Okay. The next is epsilon neighborhood. What is meant by the epsilon neighborhood? An object within the radius of epsilon from an object. Here you can see two objects. One is object P and another is object Q. Two objects you can see. Here in these two objects, P and Q, epsilon neighborhood of P and epsilon neighborhood of Q means object within that radius of epsilon. Here you can see P is Q, the point Q is in the epsilon radius, right? Point P, this is the point P, and what about point Q? Point Q is in the epsilon radius of P, right? So P and Q are neighborhood points. Then what about core object? Epsilon neighborhood of an object contain at least minimum point, that we already discussed. Then what is next concept? dB scan reachability. Reachability distance is one important concept of dB scan algorithm. Now what is meant by density reachability? If an object Q is directly density reachable from object P, if Q is within epsilon neighborhood of P and P is a core object. Okay, I will explain this. So here you can see what I am checking. Q is directly density reachable from P. So I am considering the point Q. Q is my base point and I want to check whether Q is directly density reachable. So what are the conditions should satisfy? Q should be in the epsilon neighborhood of P. Yeah, it is satisfying, right? P is in the epsilon neighborhood of P, and what is the next condition? P is a core object. Yeah, P is considered as a core object. P is a core object. So Q is directly density reachable from P. Now what about P? Whether P is directly density reachable from Q? Okay, we will check that. What is the first condition? P is in the epsilon neighborhood, right? You have to check whether P is directly density reachable from Q. So we have to check whether Q is, we are considering the point P, whether Q is in the epsilon radius of P. Yeah, Q is in the epsilon radius of P. That is fine. What is the next condition? Q should be core object. What is the next condition? Q should be core. Q is core. Whether it is satisfying that condition? No, right? If it is a core point, it should satisfy the minimum point criterion. So Q is not satisfying that. So Q is not a core object. So Q is not a core object. So it is not satisfying this condition. So that is why P is not density reachable from Q, but Q is density reachable from P. Is that clear? If a point is directly density reachable, it should satisfy the epsilon neighborhood as well as that considering point should be the core object. Then only it is directly density reachable. Okay. Now next is density connectivity. For density connectivity, the definition is object P is density connected to object Q with respect to minimum point if there is an object O such that both P and Q are density reachable from O with respect to epsilon and minimum point. So here you can see 3 points P. Which are the 3 points? P, Q and R. P and Q are density connected to each other through R, right? P and Q is density connected through the point R. So that is known as density connectivity, and density connectivity is symmetric. So you can see Q and R is connected as well as P and R. So it is density connectivity. Okay. Now you can see a sample. These are some original points given in a blue color, and how the points are represented like our arbitrary shaped clusters. So point types, this green color points represents core objects. Okay. Now in between you can see green color dot. These all green color dot represents border point, and the points which is considered as outliers, red color points are considered as outliers. So, this is how we used to get while doing the clustering. This is an example. Here epsilon value is taken as 10 and minimum point value is 4. So, here each color data point represent each kind of data points. One is core point, border point and noise point. Okay. Now, next is how the clusters are represented. So, here in this DB-scan algorithm, it is very much resistant to noise. You can see the noise or outliers are outside of the cluster. So, it is very much resistant to noise, and another is can handle clusters of different shape that we already discussed in our previous slide. So, this is another shape, this is another shape. So, all these shapes can be handled through DB-scan algorithm only. Other all algorithms, clustering algorithm handle only spherical shaped clusters only. So, for arbitrary shaped clustering we will prefer DB-scan algorithm. Okay. Now, we will see the DB-scan algorithm. In this, input is an objects to be clustered and global parameter. Two parameter we have to select, right? Which are the two parameter? Epsilon and minimum points that we have to give. Output is cluster of object is our output. Now, how the algorithm will works we will see. Arbitrarily select a point P. So, here we are selecting inside this clusters, we are arbitrarily selecting a point P. So, this is my point P, this is my point P. So, once again I'll draw this. These are some set of data points. This is my P, this is the point P. Retrieve all points density reachable from P with respect to epsilon and minimum point. So, here I am selecting epsilon value as some 5. Just take it as epsilon value is 5 and it is satisfying our minimum point criterion. Okay. So, what is the next step? If P is a core point, cluster is formed. Yeah. If P is a core point, we will get a cluster. If P is a border point, if we are selecting some set of point, in that I am selecting P, and within the epsilon radius, this is a border point, right? How many points are there inside this? Only 3 points, right? 1, 2, 3. So, it is not satisfying our minimum point criterion. So, it is not a core point. So, if P is not a core point and if P is a border point, no points are density reachable from P and DBs can visit the next point of the database. If P is a core point, cluster is formed. If P is a border point, what we have to do is like, we will not be able to find the density reachable points from P. So, we will select another point and we will continue the process until all points are processed. So, while processing all the points, you will get either some points as core point or some point as border point or some points will be noise. So, that is considered as a DB-scan algorithm. So, once again I will summarize this DB-scan algorithm. The main important concepts are, for arbitrary shaped clustering algorithm we are using this and very much resistant to noise. Two important points, termination conditions based on these two parameters, one is epsilon and another is minimum number of points. So, epsilon is the maximum radius and minimum number of points is the epsilon neighborhood points. And next is 3 data points, core point, border point and noise point, what is the each concept and how this algorithm will work. So, that is all about the DB-scan algorithm and working of DB-scan algorithm, how it works. So, that is all about for today's class. Thank you.